everybody, and welcome to another episode of Spread This Witches. We have Avalon, of course, my lovely co-host, and tonight we have Chase from Two of Owls, who is joining us. I am in these lovely sunglasses because I have an eye infection, and it's really gross, and you guys don't need to see that. But anyways, Avalon and I went after Two of Owls for Spread This Witches because he is huge on supporting tarot community, tarot hashtags, and so we brought him on to talk about community, whether it's local or online, and how to get involved. And so now I'm going to turn it over to Chase and let him say a few words about himself.
Hello, everyone. So, you know me, I love the live stuff. So, if you do not know who I am, my name is Chase Two Owls. I am a little bit new to this community. I, haven't been doing this for very long, but, I've had conversations with people, and, I feel like I've known you guys for way longer than I have. It was just like this instant, I just came in, like, instead of just like dipping my toes in, like I just dove in, and everybody just caught me so well. And it's been really nice to have the community. And, this is a really good topic. For me personally, I'm real into this because, I have spent 29 of the years of my life, being very, for a lack of a better term, in the closet spiritually because, of experiences I had when I was very young that I just had to, keep all this to myself. And, the last 3 months, taking this out into, finding you guys and being a part of this community, I have just grown. I've grown more in the last 3 months than I have, in the last 15 years of my spiritual practice. So for that, I am eternally grateful, and I am so glad to be here.
I just gotta say, hi everyone. We're stoked to have Chase, and we just couldn't get a hold of him at one stage, and we're like, how do we go about getting a hold of this man whose name at that time I didn't know? I just know Two of Owls. I'm like, how do I find him? Unlike most people of this modern era, Chase is not on Facebook.
Because why though?
What's the story?
Why though?
Okay, I'm gonna have to interrupt you too.
This.
In the giggle.
This has been the last 20 minutes of our lives of trying to get a sentence in. Oh God, I can't even look at you. I can't.
Oh my God, tears. We've been online, sort of pre-live for about 15 minutes, and first it was Allorah and her Lindsay Lohan fresh out of rehab.
Cigarette shades.
And then she was rocking the disgraceful royal look. And then there was some mention of Stevie Wonder.
God, you guys, we're never gonna get through this. Okay, but you're not on Facebook because of your name, right?
Correct. So the story behind it. So I have tried a couple of times to join Facebook, and they have excuse me. They have kicked me off both times because my last name is racist and offensive. So I last about 7 days, and then I get an email about 5 days in, and they're like, hey, we need you to change your last name because it is racist and offensive towards indigenous people. So you have 2 days to do that, or we are kicking you off. So I don't have Facebook.
Did you say, hey, I'm one of those indigenous people?
I did. Well, the first time I did, yeah, I sent an email and I was like, I know that I am pale, however, I am indigenous. If you want me to send a family photo, it's like pretty red skin, and then there's me and my white pale skin, my blonde hair, just sitting in the corner, not looking like I belong. But yeah, so then I just tried it again. After I got done with my live interview with Arwen, she said, you have to get Facebook. I was like, well, it's been a couple of years, so I'll try it. And so, yeah, no, I got kicked off after 7 days. So It's just not meant to be. And I'm not a huge, like, I'm going to say this. I'm not a huge social media guy anyway. Like, I can handle a little bit, but I can't be the guy that has, you know, Instagram and Facebook and Twitter, and I'll get lost in it all. So, simplicity. Simplicity. With my racist last name.
So now we have the racist and the disgraced royal. So what's Avalon? Come up with something for her. Who are you?
Just let it happen. Let it happen organically.
Like the giggle box, the uncontrollable giggle box.
It's the thing. It's gonna happen. Once you pop, you can't stop.
Oh, that can apply to some. Never mind. I'm just okay. And on that note.
All right, let's talk some topics, and I'm gonna go and find this chat stream, which is out there somewhere, and say hello to some people. I'm gonna mute my mic. Allorah, dazzle us with your words.
Yeah, because it's not going to be my eyes, not tonight. Anyway, so Chase, I know that you're really big in supporting community, and I know that you do a lot of the hashtag stuff. So why are you so into community? Is it just because you've been practicing solitary for so long, or what about like the online community draws you here?
Oh, good question. So yeah, you know, I really got to a place where I genuinely felt like I could explore by myself no more. You know, I knew that, you know, in all the meditation that I was doing at the time, you know, the gods that I was really meditating to, you know, Great Spirit kept telling me to look outside of myself, and, you know, I wasn't in a place where I was comfortable doing that. You know, I live in the Midwest where it's not very open spiritually, and if you don't believe in God, then you're probably going to go to hell. And, you know, I would just, you know, for me, it's not a sense of being ashamed of who I am. I'm extremely proud of who I am, but I'm not going to bring drama on myself. If it is easier for me to just, you know, be silent in a moment and not have to deal with people, you know, telling me that I'm going to hell or whatever, then I would just rather stay silent. But I got to a point, again, I turned 29, I'm 30 now, you know, I turned 29 and I was like, you know what, I am stifling the spiritual experiences that I could have by keeping myself in a box. And it was, and again, I'd been watching everybody on YouTube, Avalon and Allorah and Wild Moon Woman and Sacred Seed and just all these people. And it just, I don't even remember, honestly, this is going to sound really stupid, but I don't even remember, honestly, like moving from a point of being a viewer to being an active participant. It was just like I woke up one day and I had videos out there and I had a community started, and it was just like that much of a need within me that it just all happened. And it's all, again, the last 3 months has just been just giant snowball. I didn't just tiptoe in, I dove in. And I'm such a huge, to really get into answering the question now. So I'm really a huge advocate of community, because when we take our energy and we combine it with somebody else's energy, and we get into a place where we get to share that, you know, we can just, maybe not physically see it, but, you know, you can feel it just grow and to this wonderful, beautiful, even if it's over technology, you know, like right now in this space, we have shared energy and laughter, and, you know, I feel that, and that empowers me. And when I meditate tonight, I can tell you that whatever I choose to manifest, I will have a better chance of doing that, because, you know, we've shared energy in this place. And I think community is huge for us. And even, you know, in a part of safety too, I think it's important to find people that are like you, just, you know, for yourself, to know that there are other people like you, and people that will stand up with you and for you. And that's just important as humans.
Yeah, for sure. Especially with how the world's going to shit today. And not only that, but, you know, with the online community, one of the things that I really love is the fact that, like, Avalon and I are great friends, have been for years. And I would have never met her had it not been for technology. I mean, it's just, we're so far past where we were even, you know, 10, 20 years ago.
Absolutely.
Damn straight. I love it.
I love it. Amazing. Yeah, absolutely.
Your turn, Avalon.
What am I saying? What's the question? I was immersed in the conversation. I was like, oh, Chase, talk to me. All right, if we're talking about
Where were you guys 5 years ago when I needed like the biggest confidence?
Perfect. He's totally frozen, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
30.
I'm waiting.
It's been amazing.
All right, so I'm talking about community, yeah? The importance of community. Is that the question?
Yeah, well, we've passed that. I'm going to need you to catch
I'm
up.
talking about now.
Keep up,
Oh,
Avalon.
wait, okay. Let me just carry on. I'm so distracted because I have got so. What I'm trying to do right now is just not laugh, and it's taking up all of my energy.
Oh my gosh. Oh,
I can't. Oh, my happy person. Oh, my happy person. Don't hope the happy person.
no. Your ass has not been happy this week. Trust me.
I know. This is a build-up. I'm catching up on my laugh.
This is sweet release for her. Let her have her moment. Oh God.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. All right. Well, I can do this because I am a professional. So we are going to be doing lots of tasty community-oriented tarot stuff today. And that's exactly why we pulled Chase in the mix for this, because if you ever, and I hope you do, just pop on over to Chase's channel, you will see that he has, I'm quite certain, done just about all the current hashtags for tarot out there, which is how I actually found him, because I was looking at all these hashtags and there he was. And I'm like, who is this person? Oh my gosh. And that's how it happened. That's how we connected that way. And so now we would like to get together and actually talk a little bit about the tasty aspects of community. Now, specifically the YouTube tarot community, the YouTube pagan tarot community, which all sort of spiritual tarot, which all sort of rolls into one, for many of us at least. I'm not saying for all, but for many of us it sort of rolls into one. And so we would like to put together a little something while we're here live with Chase, and he was actually the inspiration for this little idea, and that is to create a Spread This Witches community tarot tag. Hopefully it won't be called that, because that's just a mouthful. So we can come up with a better name for that.
Worst hashtag ever.
Hashtag.
I can't with these two.
Why don't we just do it? Hashtag STW. Simple.
So
Okay.
simple.
Wow, it was there all along, right in front of us, and it was the blind woman that
All it takes is a disgruntled royal.
Oh my God.
Okay.
I swear there have been no drugs in this circle. I swear. I swear.
I had a cup of tea. It was just tea.
It's just oolong. That's all it is.
Okay, so STW tag.
I feel like, hold on, pause. So I feel like there has to be tarot in there somewhere though. So can it be hashtag STW tarot? Because STW could be a lot of things, but if somebody sees STW tarot, they'll be like, I know what that is. That's Spread This Witches.
There you go.
Bang.
Boom. Done.
Got it.
Evolving as it goes.
We are rolling. We are going places.
So because this is a community tarot tag, we are going to have to invest community ideas, right?
Correct.
So when I initially brought this up to Allorah, which was yesterday, her morning, my night, one of those little situations, we decided that we were just going to make this really community oriented and have that community feel. Step away a little bit from the usual tarot tags, which are what is your favorite this, what card do you connect with, what deck, you know, that kind of business, right? And be more about the community aspect of tarot. And with a little bit of tarot love, like sandwiched in the middle there. So we shan't make it too long sandwiched.
Was that a ninja? Or was that a snake? I don't know what's happening.
When she said in the middle and did this, I thought.
And then it was this. It was gangster, and then it was ninja.
I meant sandwich.
Okay. I already need a cigarette. Jesus, guys.
You're welcome for promoting bad habits.
Spark it up, disgruntled Lindsay Lohan.
Lindsay over there smoking a cig.
This may as well be a party, you know. We should have had beers.
Right? I'm moving on from tea to alcohol.
Hey, I have Captain and Morgan Black in there.
Hey, there you
I've
go.
got port in my cupboard, and I'm not afraid to pour myself a glass.
I have to be up at 4:30 in the morning, so I probably shouldn't. But the way things are going, it might be how we survive.
Perfection. I love all this enthusiasm and willingness to drink.
Right?
So you each have my respect for that. Now, let's get a little bit community. Right now, let's begin to spitball some ideas for this particular tarot tag. And to make it community, what were we talking about, Miss Allorah, who looks like she's frozen completely?
I don't even know what you just said. I have no idea what just came out.
Can you see me? Am I moving?
Yes, you are.
Okay.
But 5 seconds ago, you were frozen in a very sad way.
Deer in the headlights was what that was.
Okay, so I think one of the ones we came up with was like best new channel on tarot that you're watching.
Yes. Oh, hang on. I'm going to pull up that combo, which is going to be about 1 million messages back. So good luck to me. I'll be back after I've looked.
Are we just gonna watch you look?
Hold on. Nicole, the moon is very bright where I am. That's why I need shades. Don't hate. Do not hate. What is she doing? What is she doing?
I don't know. She's looking.
I'm looking for our chat conversation because we threw backwards and forwards. Here we go. Community top. Here, this was you. What about top 5 tarot readers that inspire you? That's question number 1. There we go. That's from Allorah. Top 5. Question number 1 for STW tarot. Right? Got it? Is what top 5 tarot readers inspire you? There you go. And then we move on.
How did you turn into Mary Poppins? And there you
I'm
go.
a mummy. I'm a mummy. It courses through me. All right. We've got that one. Oh, and then you wrote something about, what was that one about, tarot YouTubers you wish you could still watch?
Yes. I have so many of those.
So many. Gosh. And then that was it. Was that really it?
And Gypsy Chick, if you're watching, you better start making videos again.
Yes, that's a thing.
Ugh.
Okay, this was mine. This could be question number 2, technically. What is the newest YouTube channel that you have found based on tarot of late, and also the one that you have been following the longest? So one new, one old. One old, one new. One new, one old.
Is that one question or is that 2?
No, that's just one. That's one subsection A and B.
Oh my God.
We could be here all night.
Chase, you had
Chase, grab your pen and paper. Write that one down.
I got it. I got it. Write it down. Taking notes. Bring it on. Okay, question. Go all the way back to question 1. Question 1 was what?
Question Five inspiring channels. 5 inspiring tarot channels. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right. And I suppose question 2 could be split into 2 to make it least complicated. The newest channel you have found, question 2. The longest channel, the channel you've been watching the longest, for the longest time. I can't word that. Why can't I word that? That seems like a really simple thing to say.
Chris, that was hilarious. By the way, I'm sorry.
What?
Chase, what's your astrology sign there, buddy?
Say what?
What's your astrology sign? I'm curious, real quick.
Oh, I'm a Libra. I am like all Libra.
See, Chris, we're not all Earth signs. She wrote hashtag when Earth signs make questionnaires.
Hey, air is trying to keep the Earth in place here. Struggling.
Well, because Avalon and I are both Earth signs, so that makes sense. But you're not, so.
I have no excuse.
But we are both, Chase, you and I are kindred because we're both ruled by Venus. Yay!
Indeed.
That makes us sexy and saucy. Own it!
Good Lord.
Ugh.
Right.
Okay,
Yes.
what was this? Okay, so we had the second one.
We got the second
Right.
one. We got 3.
I thought we have 3.
Question 2.
We definitely have 3.
We've got 3. All right.
I thought we had the third one.
Let's throw one out to the audience, shall we? Audience, beautiful audience. Is there a question, a community-based question that you would like to include in our Spread This Witch's Tarot tag? Like, hit me with it. Hit us with it.
Best shot.
I knew you were going to start.
Avoid throwing anything at Allorah, though. She's got sensitive eyes at the moment. So let's keep it civilized.
I'll just dodge that shit.
For once in my life, it's mine, you can take it. Long as I can't take it. I don't know why we thought this was a good idea.
Where you never know. You never know.
You never know. The first 15 minutes off camera should have been a really, really good sign.
Yeah. For real.
Oh, Jesus.
All right, let's see. What did they say?
All right, what do we have?
How did you build your confidence to read for other people? How can we tie that into community?
Let's say, okay. Who did you use as inspiration to get confidence to read for other people? No? Yeah?
Like, just making the tag? Yeah? No? Anybody? And is your mic off? Avalon, your mic is muted. I can't hear you at all. I'm going to need you to turn it on.
Did you not know you were muted?
I have some of my best material. Oh!
Oh my God.
Good fucking catch a break.
This is not.
That's a good one. Hey, we got it. Norse Pagan says, how did other YouTubers build your own confidence to read for other people?
What? That doesn't make sense.
Like,
How
so
do other
what other
YouTubers
YouTubers
build-
did you watch to build your confidence to get you to read in
Okay.
public?
All right, yeah, because that's what I was going to say. Like, who did you use? Who within your community did you use as inspiration to give you the confidence to read for others? That's kind of where I was going with that.
You mean that
And I
part
said
where
it,
you were on
and I
silent?
said it really eloquently, but my mic was muted.
Uh-huh.
If you know how to read lips,
Mike-
though, you really would have got that. Oh my gosh. All right, so that's question number 4. We need a 5. How How many numbers? How many questions? I need a good number.
5.
I need a good number. I need a juicy number.
5.
No, because 5's conflict in tarot, so it needs to be
35.
either.
7 is the spiritual number. Or
We
6.
could do 7.
6 is like the home and community number.
6. I like it. Yep.
All right, 6 questions. All right, so we need what, 2 more?
2 more. Let's make them good ones.
All right, I'm thinking.
That means I have to think of something, yeah?
What you thinking, Lincoln?
Right, I'm going to mute my mic again.
Let's see.
Hmm.
Gosh.
All right. I'm looking at lots of beautiful little suggestions here from those that are presently watching. I'm having trouble switching screens here. I can't seem to overlap, so I'm either, whatever's. That's my issues, not yours. Right. So we've currently got 4. We
have 5.
We've got 5, right? So
Yes.
we need a 6th. We need the 6th one. Let's make the 6th one sexy.
What?
Let's make it sexy.
Make it sexy?
Yeah, make it sexy. Let's make it sexy.
Do you read tarot?
I don't want to cheapen the experience, but
You
I always
read tarot.
appreciate.
What goes on in your personal home? Like, whoa. I don't think. Okay.
I mean, the conversation that we had.
It's not me. It came from you. You were the one. You were the one. Thank
Okay,
you.
we're not discussing that live. Nope.
Okay. But I'm just saying that is a thing, right? That's a thing.
That is a beautiful thing.
Well,
There
we
you
could
go.
always ask if you.
Some people choose to lay in rose petals. Other people choose to lay in tarot cards.
When you hear the term "make it rain," imagine a naked woman prancing. And man.
Oh my God. It is so hot in my house all of a sudden.
Oh my god. Oh my gosh. All right. We jest. We had funny talks. That's all. We had funny talks.
Sure
Right?
did.
Grow up.
Says the giggle box.
Listen, Mary Poppins, I'm gonna need
Lindsay and Poppins, and I'm stuck over here in the corner like, Jesus Christ. What is happening to my life?
You are not Jesus Christ. You're the racist. Remember?
I am the racist. You're right. Poor racist 2 L's over here. Out by Facebook.
Oh my gosh. Alrighty. All right.
Did we ever come
All
up
right.
with
So what have we
discussion?
got? What have we got here? Do you read tarot? Oh, do you read tarot to seduce others?
Seduce others.
That's
I just saw that. Yeah, yeah.
Sorry.
Wait a minute.
Why not? Dig's dig a tarot reader. Are you kidding me?
Is that like, do you go up to somebody and be like, hey, you want to see my deck?
Yeah, exactly. I was going. You beat me to it.
Do you know what? That's not funny. That's not funny because I'm dyslexic and I always write blah 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 dick.
I was talking with Elise from Wild Moon Woman about we love to watch, those of us in America, everybody has an accent, and we love to watch people with accents because every time they say deck, it sounds like dick because we're 3 years old. It's true.
Because we're 3 years old.
Yeah. It's true. New Zealand does it the best.
It is
New
valid.
Zealand does it the best.
Valid.
And I love New Zealand, so no offense to my Kiwi brothers and sisters over there. You know,
Love
but
it.
it's a thing.
Okay, but how it, like, I'm just lost about how you would. Well, no, okay.
All right, no. We could it could.
Oh,
no. I had it, and then I lost it.
But that doesn't tie into community. That's the only thing.
I mean, it could if it was two girls at the same time.
Oh,
Community building. Community building projects. I will give of my time to build community.
oh my God! I'm crying and my eyes are watering. Anyways,
So we have a suggestion for a tarot orgy, which is very.
Oh, this is going nowhere good.
Oh my gosh. All right.
Oh my God! I don't think that.
Let's scratch that idea then, because it's too difficult. Let's move on. Let's pull a card and see what the cards say. You pull one, I'll pull one. Everyone pull one.
Am I allowed to use the deck I want to?
No.
No, I got a yes and a no. Ugh.
Look, I won't say no. I won't say no.
Norse Pagan Witch just said 2 girls, 1 deck. Oh my God.
That's awesome. Oh, that's fantastic.
The benefit of tribe, folks.
Oh, are we pulling cards? Am I lost?
We're going to pull a card for inspiration for our 6th question.
Okay,
Oh, you know
so
what?
perfect.
Hold on.
So,
I switched
listen.
decks. Did it.
So I'm using my brand new Harry Potter deck. Awesome,
Did you get the
awesome.
deck?
Avalon. This is the part I didn't tell you because I said I wanted to wait and get your actual reaction when we were live. So Ellie, or Eleanor, who created this deck, I've been talking to her on DeviantArt, and since I posted on Facebook, she said that she's gotten so many inquiries that she had to go back to her printer and get a new batch done, and she is totally interested in doing STW. I know! So crazy. So we'll have her on soon. Just wants me to set up a date.
That's so exciting. That's so exciting. If you guys have not seen this particular Harry Potter deck that we are referring to, it is a black and white deck, and it is like the bomb, guys. It is like not, it's not childlike. It's kind of like, it's got it. It's very artistic.
And it's very dark, almost. I mean, not, I don't know. It's not like vampire or deviant moondark or anything like that, but it's mysterious, you know? It's not like kids' books, for sure.
I dig it. Well, I'm going to be rocking the Bohemian Gothic Tarot because we're really good friends now. We've come to a happy place and had some good times. Good times over port, good times over beer, good times over crying clients. Some good times.
Since we're talking about being grown-ups, I switched over to my Justice League Tarot because I felt it was appropriate. Because we're grown-ups.
It is.
We
and because when you're a grown-up, you can eat chocolate for breakfast and use a Justice League Tarot in place of a Rider-Waite-Smith anytime if you want to, okay?
All right. Perfect.
All right. I'm going to pull first.
Do it.
I think I've been shuffling the longest. Ooh, wait a minute. No. I got the Queen of Cups.
Ooh.
Reverse.
Okay. I got the 3 of Pentacles.
Ooh.
Can you see this? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
So,
What'd you get?
I got the 7 of Swords.
Well, fuck.
Right?
Challenging. Okay, well, I think we can do this quickly. Like, I'm positive.
Have you ever stolen somebody else's methods?
Right? Wow. How appropriate is that?
How appropriate is that?
I know. It's a little touchy. It's a little touchy for me. Right? I know it's a bit raw.
She's gonna break. She's gonna break.
Don't cry.
Don't take my smile away.
But with
Steal
the
my
Queen of
giggle.
Well, okay, here you go. So have you ever formed your methods off of someone else or had your methods taken from you, and what did you do about it? Handle it.
That's a super long novel question. I know. We need Avalon to breathe.
I'm not over it yet. I'm not over it.
Maybe the tarot is saying this would be therapeutic for you
Right.
to
Look at Lindsay giving out advice.
Don't listen to me. I'm just an addict, man.
Lies. She's a disgraced royal.
We're a disgraced royal.
All right. Well, I'm gonna break this down card by card. Okay. I want to break this down card by card.
Okay.
Because
Break it down.
because my reverse Queen of Cups is telling me to avoid counterintuitive practices, right? So we can weave some counterintuitive business in here. And that can sometimes be, you know, you can read a lot of books and you can watch a lot of videos, and then you can get other people's methods really stuck in your head as to how, you know, as to how the cards should be read, could be read, meanings for cards, etc. You can become ultra influenced. And so I think a good question would be how to break away from that influence. How did you find your stride, you know, amongst the community? How did you stand out amongst the community? Like, that's the only other way I can read it.
How does the Seven of Swords fit in there, though? That's my only thing.
Well, because the Seven of Swords, it's sneaky. Like, you take the essence of you know, of what you've read, done, seen, intuited, whatever, and then you break away with that. You run off with that little bundle of 7 swords, and you're like, Shazam! This is what I've got for you. Yes, it's underhanded. I can't take the underhanded nature out of it.
I was gonna say, so we're turning this into
Okay, I'm avoiding this. Okay. Fucking fine, I'll do it. Put it down as the question. I'll fucking do it. But you know what? I'm gonna say fuck all the time. Like fuck. And I might even say the C word because I'm a woman. I have one and I can.
Okay, or we could turn that into a dual question of how did you find your own way of reading from others, or have you ever had your way taken from you? Hello, anybody?
Hi.
Nothing.
Did you hear what I said?
I heard what you said.
I am processing.
Talking.
I'm really like hell-bent on making this a child story with Deadshot and Batman. I'm working real hard on it, but now I've overthought it and now my brain is mush.
What?
Right. Well. All right. I like the theft component to it. I like the counterintuitive component. You had the 3 of Pentacles. That's a good foundation, right? That's a cultivated, resourceful foundation. So you've cultivated your practice, and some counterintuitive motherfucker has just like swooped on in and stolen your ideas.
Oh, Mike, that went so dark so fast. I thought we were going to a happy place.
This is my place. This is where I've been living at this week. Me and this vibe, we're tight. We're tight right now. No, I could do it. I could do like one of the other associations that I really like about the 7 of Swords, and this is legit, right? Even in readings, it comes up. You know, traditionally speaking, the 7 of Swords was like clandestine affairs, like espionage and stuff like that, right? So when we're looking way back into the pages of the past, but modern day, because it's swords and it's, you know, relating to air and the aspects of communication and the other attributes oftentimes associated to air, then like theft of intellectual property, digital theft, things like that are very much within the construct of that card. And so I think that I don't know really where to go with it. I just don't want to take it to a dark place, and I get to a point where it just teeters like on that knife's edge, and it wants to plummet into the darkness. But I don't know if I want to bring theft into it. I don't know. That's just...
I get more of that energy from the 5 than I do the 7. I think 7 is more just about action, and when I pull a 7, I think it's more about taking action for yourself. I don't think it necessarily has to do with theft or anything like that. It's just maybe you may be excuse me, you may just be taking what you need to, not necessarily from somebody else. I still don't see the card as like a negative thing. In the traditional Rider-Waite, he's taking the swords and he's tiptoeing away, but it's more about like in my mind, it's something that maybe he's cultivated that somebody else has maybe done that he's liked better, or like I think he's just tailored it and has taken it again, and not in a negative way, but more to take it back into his positive space and use it. I get more of that vibe from the 5 of Swords. He's got 2 people, again, talking about the traditional RWS deck. He's got 2 people that are looking away while he's getting behind them and stealing what is theirs. He's down grabbing it, and I feel like the 7 is more positive than the 5 of Swords.
There's a sneakiness to the 7s though, because there's that little, he's creeping, like he's sort of like skulking away.
I think he's very precarious of how he walks, because, like, again, he's holding them like sword tip down, so he can't, like, if he starts running, he's gonna cut his face and his arms and his, I see it as more of an action card, right?
Yes. Okay, I'm just gonna marinate on that a little bit. I like it. I like it.
Marinate with your super long wizard beard.
I know. I'm like, what?
She's just like, she's going at it. She's like all reaching into the camera with it. Like,
I'm channeling my Gandalf, my inner Gandalf. So I think maybe there's like a little element of activism in there.
Yeah.
There could be a little element of activism.
Absolutely. Yes, I agree.
Okay, so tarot activism. That's really the key. That was, your card was really the key card, wasn't it? Are you happy you chose the deck that you chose?
I am so happy. So happy. I pulled out before we even started, I held up, they were all like, okay, let's share what decks we're going to use. I held up mine. All they did was laugh at me. I was like, oh, not that? Okay, well, I'll choose another one. That's fine. They were giggling at my Rider-Waite deck. That's my baby. This is.
I like it.
This is my baby.
Okay, so pull the 7 of Swords out of your go-to deck. I want to see. Comparatively speaking.
Comparatively. Right, like the 3rd card from the bottom. All right, so.
Okay. Now hold it up with the other one.
So, like, I just see this guy as, again, he's holding the sword so precariously that it feels more like Avalon hit it on the head with the activism. There's so many A's in my head, I can't handle it. She hit the nail on the head with the activism. It's maybe there was an action that was taken with his idea that he didn't like, or or something like that. I just see it so much as an action card more than I get more of the sneaky stuff from the 5 of Swords. That card to me is just like, if I pull that, I'm like, there is somebody trying to pull something on me, and I don't like it.
I like it. All right, so activism. How can we? All right, we could turn this. I could pacify it. I could turn it into something more passive. And I encourage everyone to put a little idea forth here. I've noticed, and this is probably Allorah.
Why are we friends?
Like maybe 3 years. No, 2 years ago.
Why can't
maybe
I see you?
Can you see me?
I see you.
Oh.
Huh.
See you.
There have been, well, I shall proceed because you can still hear me. So about 2 years ago, I want to say
go ahead.
there was are you present? Can you hear me?
And now I can't hear you.
Hey, can I pause you?
Yeah.
So Norse Pagan said, how can you help the tarot community take better activism to strengthen it as a whole?
Huh.
That's pretty clever.
That is pretty clever.
How do we help each other? Help me help you.
I'm sorry, did you just borrow her accent?
I did. I am a parrot. I am a, like, if something is said that it happens like automatically. I do it out in public all the time. Like somebody, like if we're at a restaurant and a waiter walks by and says something that I think is hilarious, I just repeat it. And everybody then around is like, oh my God, stop. It just happens. I can't help it. I'm a parrot.
It's part of having a dynamic personality.
Right?
True. Own it. Own it.
I know.
Avalon.
Well, I like
Avalon.
it. Oh, yeah. Can you not hear me?
I don't know why I can't see you. That's so weird. Now I can hear you, but for a minute there, I couldn't hear you or see you.
But more importantly,
that's weird.
More importantly, can you see me?
Yeah, I can see you. Hold on.
Oh, good. Then we're just fine. It's fine.
Proceed. Proceed.
All right, try turning on your camera.
I did. I turned off my camera and I turned it back on again. How about I exit and then I'll re-enter?
Why is she laughing?
Come back to us.
I don't know what happened.
Can you hear me?
Oh. Wait a minute.
Is that better?
I can see you just fine. Yeah, now I can hear you.
Okay, cool, cool. Yes.
Pretty picture.
Thank you, thank you. Yes, yes. All right, so where were we? We got somewhere with Soren's beautiful question. Can we just say this? Soren is freaking amazing. I think I say this a lot, but I genuinely, legitimately mean it. In the spirit of community building, I feel like I need to say Soren is so supportive. He's everywhere all of the time. And one of the most fascinating things about him is he's a polyglot, and that floats my boat. So, whee, for you. Now, let me have a look at your message.
Is a what?
He's a polyglot.
A polyglot.
Speaks multiple languages.
He's a what?
Polyglot.
Look, Stevie Wonder. He's a polyglot. Oh my God, we've lost her. She made it.
He was like, screw this. I'm out. I can't handle this.
Does this mean we can make decisions behind her back?
I think, like next chain of command. Oh, she's back. We can't talk about her anymore. Hello.
How'd you go? Did you have fun? Can you hear us? Hi, friend.
Come back to us. Come back to the light.
Can y'all see?
Laura, come back. There we go.
We can see you.
I don't know. It dropped the whole call.
Oi.
Oh my God.
Technology. It's good when it's good, but it's good when it's not.
All right. We've really got this very last awesome awesome question.
Hopefully this works. What the?
What are you doing? Why don't you hotspot off your phone? That's what I do when things get a little bit tricky. Yeah, there's some weird business going on at your end. So you sort that shit out now, okay?
We need you to fix that.
Yeah, just like
Hey, Avalon.
make it snappy.
Window open.
Huh?
Do you have to have the window open? Window live events and stuff.
I don't know what you're talking about. You don't have to have it open. You can mute it. It would help. It would
Do you
be
have to
helpful
have hold on.
Wow, there's some stuff going on there.
He is.
Sorry, folks, we've got technical issues as per usual. You know, it happens every once in a while. But we'll just chat to you.
Hello, everyone.
So Soren's put forth some fabulous suggestions, and within the context of that suggestion, I think we would like to move on that. How can you help the tarot community take better activism to strengthen it as a whole? I really like that. Yes, that's really, really good. The concept of activism could be there. Oh, there's two of you.
There is.
I know.
How'd you do that?
I don't know. I'm just gonna roll with it because I'm a
Yeah, it works.
disgruntled royal and shit. I get
We have the disgruntled royal and Lindsay here to join us. How lucky are we?
Fabulous, fabulous. All right, so we're at our delicious question 6, and we are going to be picking that question, nailing it right now. Oh, somebody's commented on my post. I think because it's Soren, I feel like I need to look.
And you said he's a what now?
He's a polyglot.
What the heck? What is that?
It's a person that knows, I think that there might be more than 7 languages. Is that a person that knows more than 7 languages or multiple languages? So someone who actually knows multiple languages and can pick new languages up really easily.
Ah, gotcha. Okay.
That's not the best description. I highly recommend going to, Webster. Yeah. Dr. Google.
Dr. Google.
I can't find it now. All right. Let's get there, guys. Let's get there. So 7, activism. I'm happy to go with Soren's suggestion,
Which is
how can you help the tarot community take better? Well, actually, activism is not the right word there. To strengthen it as a whole. I like where it's going with it. What I was going to sort of suggest as well, and this can all sort of tie in together a little bit, but this is what I was going to start to say, is that about 2 years ago, there seemed to be like the rise of the release of sort of more, I wouldn't use the word controversial per se, but more, I don't know, activist types of tarot decks. So tarot decks that were specifically geared cross-culturally to fill the void of a lack of cross-cultural decks, or cross-cultural decks with nothing but Indigenous people in it, and and so on and so forth. And so there was this sort of focus in one time of particularly, it just sort of seemed to be more apparent to me about 2 years ago, about tarot decks that really sort of emulated aspects of society that were more niche and felt like they didn't have necessarily a voice in tarot. And then I came across a blog post from, I think it might have been Benabel Wen, and she was talking about how she was always delighted to see when there was an Asian beauty depicted in the tarot. And I think she specifically spoke of the High Priestess card, and when she saw that the High Priestess card was Asian, she loved it. She thought how refreshing, it was really different. And I just, this is all snowballing into one little stream of about 2 years, where the emphasis really was on a slightly more subtle activism within tarot to include different facets of our cultural diversity from a global perspective and even from a natural perspective, which I thoroughly enjoyed. I actually quite enjoyed that. I didn't get too immersed in it, but I quite enjoyed it. So, I could see where Soren's going, particularly from that conversation, like from that suggestion. How can you help the tarot community take better activism to strengthen? Or how can tarot help the community to be a better activist for change? That was the better one. There we go. We can put that. Is everyone happy with that?
I'm down.
That works.
I went on a really wild little tangent then. Thanks for listening to me. Thanks for holding space, guys.
Of course.
just went memory lane there.
Yes. And something else I was thinking about, and we don't really we don't have to include this in the tag or anything, but another thing that I was thinking about with community is, like, how do you feel about mentoring in tarot and teaching tarot? Avalon, you're signed up for the Ethany summer school, so
I know, it's so crazy.
And like, I do workshops, I did workshops in Arizona, and like I'm going to be doing workshops here this summer, but it's totally different being a reader and then teaching readers. You know what I mean? Like, it's a whole other animal.
Oh, that's my favorite.
Yeah.
I love teaching.
I don't have it in me. Well, I think everyone has it in them to be a teacher, but I have been asked to teach so many times. I've been asked to give presentations so many times, and I've always said a flat out, wholehearted no. And that is because I like things my way, and I have a tendency, and I'm going to be brutally honest here, I have a tendency, to think people are stupid. And so I tend to avoid teaching because I'm obviously not the right person for the job, because people are not stupid. I understand this, but my lack of patience in the moment, I'm just like, can you not understand this? What's wrong with you, for fuck's sake, And so that in itself means that I'm not the best teacher, but that also was a personality type that I was heavily immersed in my sort of mid-20s. And then I became a mum, and I was forced to cultivate patience, like enduring patience, the likes of which I never thought was humanly possible for an individual. And now I am the most patient and understanding person amongst a sea of redundant questions. And, and so I think I've been tempered in these my eldest daughter's now going to be 7 this year. So I've had 7 years to get over that, that arrogant, egotistical thing that I was on. And so I'm going for it this year. And plus my year card was the Hierophant. So I'm like, solid.
Nice.
Yeah.
Chase, do you do workshops and stuff locally, or do you teach at all, or?
I do. I've done a couple of mentorships, and then anything I've done has been local and small. I haven't, again, I've just reached out globally, but no, I would love to do some teaching. Yeah, that's my favorite aspect of really anything that I do. Anything that I do it to a degree that I'm able to be successful at it and teach it. That's just my personality. I love teaching.
So in tarot, like, what's your favorite topic to teach? This is one of my favorite questions to ask people.
I get crucified for this. I love teaching Kabbalah and tarot. That's probably my favorite.
Neat.
I like it a lot. And there are so many tarot readers out there that are like, I'm so over the Kabbalah, talk about something else. But it's sort of this endless kind of, like, you start out, just talking about the Kabbalah, and then the next thing you know, you branched off into all of these other, segues and topics, and just endless. It's fascinating. I love it. Love it.
So interesting. Huh. I like it.
What about, well, I mean, Avalon, you're just destined to teach ritual and tarot because I don't think that anyone knows it better. I mean, I'm just going to be honest. I don't think there's a better teacher for that.
Yeah. I can't really separate the witchcraft from the tarot, and so I really like it. I like mixing the two together because, you know, like I'm a coven-based witch, right? So at every single gathering, at every Sabbath, it doesn't matter. Whenever the coven gets together, I'm there with my cards. My cards are always there. My cards are part of the aesthetic, or they're part of the flow, or that, you know, they're doing something in amongst there. And if I don't bring my cards, which chuckle never ever happens, I feel very, you know, I feel different. And I have been in the situation where I've had a deck in my bag and I've been at an open circle gathering that was not organized by me, which is weird because I'm usually the organizer. And, you know, I don't see tarot in there. And then I think, I really want to put a tarot card, and then I can't put a tarot card, and I want to infuse tarot in here in some way, and I can't do it, and it feels wrong. And then the whole thing is just like marred. The whole process is marred because of this lack of like such an essential tool for me personally, right? I'm not saying it needs to be essential for everyone. I'm just saying like it really makes the experience for me. The ritual really comes together. And that's another, you know, that's another aspect of it, is that when you are in ritual, and this could be a simple meditation ritual, it could be a simple cleansing ritual, it could be any type of tiny little ritual, to reflect on that, I will pull a card and journal, and it will be the perfect ending with a glass of wine, and it will be a perfect ending to that ritual, you know. And I just find that the two really blend well into each other for me. It's just a little meanness.
That's funny. I think mine so far, and this is going to sound so lame and boring, but
hardly.
I love teaching the court cards because I think so many people have such a negative view, and it's interesting too because it's kind of like shadow work at the same time, because you start to realize that these aren't just people, like they can come up as people that you know, but in a lot of ways, each of the court cards is some aspect of yourself and how that fits into your own personality. And I don't know, it's fun for me.
I love the court cards. I really love someone who can really go there with the court cards and sometimes sort of demystify the court cards, because there still is that overall general opinion that the court cards are people. They are people. And bam, that's it. That's all you got. So when you pull some court cards, they automatically represent people in your life. Then the idea of the court cards evolved beyond that to represent facets of yourself, so more archetypal energies. Then they went a bit further to archetypes. And now they're so expansive, you know, to person, place, nature of events and things. And I really think that they are like very tricky to get a hold of, but once you get it, it just adds this really big flavor to the reading and sort of opens it all up and makes everything flow so nicely. So court cards are a tricky one.
Well, yeah, and I think part of that too, though, is like another thing that it kind of teaches you as you go along with the court cards is when you're laying out a spread, how to read a court card in association with every other card, with all the other cards around it, because that's how you figure out, is it a person? Is it an aspect of myself? Is this a situation? Is this an emotional, you know, whatever it may be. You can kind of get cues off of what else is laid out. So
I kind of see it as, is it coming to me as a noun or a verb?
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah. I mean, really, is it good, you know?
Or adjective.
I guess, yeah. Really, I mean, like what part of the sentence?
Adjective.
Yeah.
We're gonna create a tarot sentence.
That's kind of what, yeah. That is how I do readings. It's all very sentence structure-y.
That's fabulous. And you know what? I think it's lovely that we're talking about the court, because when you look at the structure of tarot, you know, the face cards, they're the community aspect, aren't they?
They sure are.
Thought for so long to be the people, so they basically are the community aspect of it.
Look at you putting things together, making a full circle moment.
I know. I'm a creative little cookie.
Creative little cookie.
Okay, so Avalon, who are we in the court cards? And then we'll say who you are.
Right now, well, not right now. So this week, I'll just do a capture of this week. Am I just going to pick a card? Am I just going to pick a card that I feel represents me? Is that what you want?
No, not you. No. Represents me and represents Chase.
Ooh.
That's good.
Ooh.
Yeah. That's where this gets fun.
Bring it.
Okay. Can I only choose one?
No,
Yeah.
You go with whatever you want.
Okay.
to.
Oh my God.
I'm give her free reign. We'll be here all night.
Okay. Oh my God.
Have you seen this?
Oh my God. Okay. This is what I'm going to go for you. For you, Allorah. Oh my gosh. For you, Allorah, I'm going to go Queen of Swords with Knight of Wands. Boom, shakalaka.
Oh, very good.
Mhm.
Very good. So
Yes. And a subconscious, a collective subconscious. I'm going to go a little bit like, no, I can only think of a major there. But
which is
I have to throw a high priestess in there, just a high priestess undertone.
That wasn't part of
in
the
this instance, it's a gratuitous card. Fuck off.
Chase is like, I'm sorry, you need to stick to the assignment. Okay, Chase. There. Go ahead, Avalon.
Okay. Am I doing Chase now? Do I do this? Okay, great. Oh, this feels so sudden. We've only just met, and
no good sentence starts that way. Now we've only just met, but
Okay. I am going to go with. I have to go with two knights on this one. Knight of Wands, definitely. For your nomadic enthusiasm. That's Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands. I've got like nine. Yeah, okay. And I think for your all-round jovial loveliness, I'm gonna go with the King of Pentacles.
Oh,
Yes.
interesting.
Yes. I think, and I say this because of your personality that I have seen thus far, you would give a really, really warm, all-encompassing hug that would feel very grounded. And therefore, that is King of Pentacles.
I do love hugs.
Yes.
Hugs, not
Hugs are
love.
great.
All right. Shall we throw out cards for you then?
Don't throw them out.
I'm gonna make
Lay
it
them
rain on
gently,
you.
like the lady that I am. Lay them at my feet.
Lord have mercy.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, Chase, you can go first. 'Cause I'm gonna have to think about this because I've seen so many versions of Avalon over the years that I'm really gonna have to think
You put the
because
stress on me.
when I first met her, she was so something different.
Yeah. Yes.
Holy
That's
bejesus.
because I mature with time.
Oh shit.
Oh, no good. No conversation that starts with oh shit ever ends very
If the first words out of your mouth is I know we only just met, but oh shit. It's never good. Never good. So I'm gonna have to go with this is sort of gonna be generic, but again, we've only just met.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to go with the Queen of Wands because she represented in this card as a you know, a magician-ess, and you know, you are big into ritual and those kinds of things. So what I know of you, this embodies.
So
I'm down. I accept.
Good.
With that said, Avalon was much more Queen of Wands if you would have known her back in what, 2012, 2013-ish. Much more
Perhaps, yes.
fiery. I mean, you still have it, but
Still have it.
children have
I don't.
and I'm also gonna have to go with I can't decide. Probably Queen of Pentacles. Because you are very grounded. Yeah. Really.
He is not happy with your choice. Clearly, you have upset the question.
No, because I've seen you go from this really fiery person to this really stable, grounded mom who works her ass off. You know what I mean? Like, God, now that you're super kid baby and momming and all of that, you know.
I accept it reluctantly.
Because when you just had Savvy and she was little, you were like, yeah, I'm a mom. I love her. But I'm still me. And now that you have 3 kids and one of them's a water baby, you're all like, and I'm trying to be a mom and we're just going to have patience. Like, wow, holy shit.
All my babies are different. All my babies are different. This is it. They made me patient. So I'll accept that. I accept. Thank you for my courting. Thank you. It was a pleasure courting you both.
Oh, Lord help me.
I know we only just met, but oh shit.
You have to remember, man. Yeah, and shit. Like,
all right, emo Lindsay over there.
I so dig it. Well, should we pull some little cards?
Yeah.
Should we pull some cards?
Yeah.
Why not?
What's coming up, by the way? Like, what moon phase are we in? I fucking don't.
We're in Aries. We're 12.9% waning in Aries.
Aries.
Yeah.
When's the next moon phase come up? That's what I'm wondering.
Okay,
You know?
let me just get my app.
New.
There's an app for that.
What is our next moon?
Okay, so new moon appears to be in Gemini, and that's on the 26th, which is the Friday.
Okay, so that's Friday.
Yep, Friday.
So should we do like, what the transition means?
Maybe we could do what to release between now and then, because we've got the tail end of this. If you know, fire. See, I'm thinking ritual again, because we're in it's the waning moon in Aries, and Aries is such a leadership sign. I would have a tendency to take charge of matters right now and to figure out exactly what it is that's not serving me specifically, and get rid of it prior to the next moon. So prior to the new moon, that's what I would do. And I would probably burn that motherfucker on paper. So that's one way that you could go about it.
Wow.
Just like, you know, little ritual. There you go. Just like a little fire. Write down what it is that you don't want. I would go that second step and start chanting and banging a drum, and you might want to go a little bit more Allorah and, like, you know, prance around nude under the moon and
what? Oh, wow.
And you might want to go a bit more chase, and this is like high energy. So this is serious drumming and serious prancing, and, like, you know, it could be really exciting. Like, fire's enthusiastic. So, drink it in.
So we are drawing to figure out what we need to burn.
Yeah. what are we going to release? What are some focused things that we could use to release right now to assist us to better evolve in the next moon cycle and access our authentic selves, increase our flow, all of that good.
Making this like super dupes complicated. I just asked a silly question and you're like, novel on. I'm like, so we're drawing what to burn, and you're like, yes, and all.
Oh my God!
We're drawing what to burn.
Did you just riffle shuffle your deck? Is that what I heard? Did I just hear a riffle?
Yes, yes. Oh Lord, here we go.
I feel like I can't breathe a little bit.
Anyways, never shuffle your deck on camera.
I will gently.
Did you say that?
I will gently shuffle. I'll gently shuffle my Bohemian Gothic. Are you with us,
Handle
Stevie?
your deck with care.
Make sure Chase has his loincloth. What? Hold on.
Or you could go Allorah and go without it, apparently.
We have the nudist. The nudist.
Yes, I'm so with you, Soren. I'm so with you in Golda. Yeah, absolutely.
Love some good Golder chanting. Who doesn't?
I don't understand how you got a loincloth.
I don't know. Like, what?
Okay, so
Go with it, dude.
Okay, so what's the theme of this card? Because it jumped out of my deck.
Okay.
Sorry, what was that?
What's the theme of the card? Because this one jumped out of my deck, so I'm.
Something to release prior to the new lunar cycle.
Okay. So Chase, go ahead. You're the guest of honor here.
Got it. So what I have drawn is the Ace of Cups.
Ooh.
And so we see in this card, you know, he is he's looking down at all these things that are just running through his fingers. And you know, the first thing that comes to me with the Ace of Cups is we have to let go of the things. So we are bombarded daily with interests and ideas and new new intentions and new temptations, and we have to very much sort out we have to dive into our intuition, and we have to know what is going to work for us and what is not. We have to look at all the things that, you know, we are constantly bombarded with, and really dive in and say, well, is this going to work for me? And ask the question, how is this going to work for us? And if we can't come up with an answer, then cut it off, burn it, and move on to the next idea, to the next, and very much in a new moon, we do have to let things go. And it may be, you know, beyond the new things. It could be something, an idea that you've been trying for a while that just isn't cultivating anything for you. It's not bearing fruit. Now is the time to just let it go. We can't hang on to rotten fruit. It does nothing for us.
Who wants to go next, me or you?
Well, I can go next. I'm happy to go next. That's
okay.
Fine. I got the reversed Six of Swords. Okay. Which is really interesting. And I like the Six of Swords for the journey aspect. And sometimes it's journey under duress, but of course we're looking at the reverse aspect of this. And so perhaps you have been stuck in a mind frame of when something doesn't work, you flight, right? And you know, you can get caught up in a little spiral of self-sabotage when this kind of happens. And that is like, if something fails immediately, then you go within, you get upset, and then you take that crossing, you make that crossing. So you shift over into something new, into a different phase. And I think that there needs to be an element of clear acceptance first. Accept the situation in its entirety. Try to dissect it to figure out exactly what it was that led to its demise. What was it that led to the situation, you know, escalating to a point where it is no longer conducive to further evolution, and then deciding exactly what it was, what that spanner in the work was, and then acknowledging it before you move on, so that you don't take that same spanner, that same hurt, that same situation, and continuously revisit it in different ways, and that's something that I see a lot. Is that you can see this in say the concept of failed businesses. There's people that open up businesses and they fail. The same person has had 6 or 7 businesses and none of them has succeeded, or relationships, or home-based situations, confrontations, and things of that nature. So I think that the underlying crux, it's a little dark, of course, but the underlying crux is to really find the broken fragments of any situation, no matter what it is, before you choose to move on. And that way you are less likely to invite those same sorts of fragments into your new cycle. And by doing that, you sort of break away a little bit from that self-sabotage, and you open up your perspectives a little wider, and you can see a little bit clearer, because you have actually done something with the knowledge, to transform that knowledge into a bit of wisdom. And so my focus would be pinpointing those aspects, those fragments of what is, not conducive to future growth, and moving forward into a space of wisdom. There we go.
You're so insightful.
So insightful.
So
I'm here all week to try to deal.
The one that jumped out for me was the moon reversed. So with what you just said and what Chase said, I think this is twofold. So I think that when we're talking about, cutting out ideas that don't work and really assessing a situation and the fragments of what caused it not to work, I think the moon reversed is talking about don't forget the internal, but instead of focusing internally, kind of look outwardly first to see, because maybe it was you weren't organized, or you didn't put yourself out there enough, or your community, or things like that, and then go back and reassess the shadows. Because when the moon is upright, it's talking about our shadow side and our fears and things that are hidden and we don't know what they are yet. But this is kind of saying it's right in your face. You don't need to search too deep. It's right there. You just got to reach out and grab it. And don't be afraid to admit of your shortcomings, because everybody's got them. So it's okay to say that I failed here or there or wherever, and start over or revamp or whatever you want to do. And, this can also apply. Even if you don't own a business of any sort, this can apply to relationships, or even home, family life, friendships, your personal finances. If you haven't been diligent in keeping up with those. So this can have lots of different meanings, but yeah, for this moon cycle coming up, it's all about assessing the parts that don't work and admitting them and letting them go.
I like that. I like that in its entirety.
I love community readings, man.
They are awesome.
I love how your reverse moon trumped our cards, though, because it makes, and I could delve into this, reading for ages. But one thing that I did want to say, and it's a theme that I have noticed, and that, thank you for pulling that card, is that sometimes, and you will see this, is that people go so deep and so dark to find what doesn't work. And sometimes it's a simple case of,
oh shit,
something ultra simple that's on the exterior, like maybe smile, or stop being such an asshole to people and they'll treat you nice. It could be something very apparent, and so I love that. It's very practical. It's very out there.
And I love on your reverse moon card, will you hold that up so I can see it? So it was two. So if you look at,
do you want me to hold it upright or upside down?
Upside down, please. Pretty please. Thank you.
There you go.
So I love that, and I'm pointing with my pen as if it's gonna translate across the camera to yours. I don't know. So you can look at, so normally the wolves are looking, up at the moon, and I love that, in this reverse perspective, they're having to look down at it, and they're kind of, in that position. They're very much having to cock their necks in ways that don't all of a sudden look natural. And we can even take that perspective and say that, like Avalon was saying, we don't have to make ourselves uncomfortable. It's not, that screamed loud at me, because we don't have to do that. We always know where the moon is. We always know where our shortcomings are. Whatever you have to cut out of your life can just be super apparent, super simple. And I love that card. Gorgeous card.
Yeah,
I know. I love this.
Good.
it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful.
Oh, you said something about the Hierophant earlier, Avalon?
Me? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, shut your face.
Oh, I see some Hierophant lust happening right now.
It's Dumbledore. Of course he's the Hierophant. He's right up there with Gandalf and me. He's right up there.
I know.
Best card.
I think you need to stroke your beard. You look like you're smoking a pipe.
Oh, it's wax too.
What is this? Nobody smokes like that.
What kind of pipe is this?
It's my Popeye pipe. That's all I can manifest in this short term.
What's in the pipe? That's what I'm saying.
Oh.
I'm saying.
All right. Shall we wrap it up?
We can.
Oh, I suppose.
All right.
Unless does anybody have a question?
I beg your pardon?
We can throw it. Huh?
What did you say? Sorry.
I said we can throw it to them, see if anybody has any questions.
Okay. Yeah.
Ask some questions.
All right.
Okay.
If you have tarot questions. Oh, yeah. So let me give you the information for this deck, because I've been getting bombarded with messages over this deck. It's on my Facebook timeline. You can see it there. When this video is finished, I'll put the information in this video as well. But her name it's deviantart.com. And if you search for Alligator, it's ELLYGATOR. She'll come up, and she has this deck, and she also has another deck called the new Elementals for a New Era, and that actually got picked up by US Game Systems and is going to be published this fall. So it's really cool. All the cards are on there. And this deck in particular, funny story, she actually tried to get this Harry Potter deck published, and J.K. Rowling's agent and J.K. Rowling herself approved of the deck, but Warner Brothers blocked it. You cannot buy it in a store.
Of course they did.
So, of course they did. And, and I thought about this long and hard, because I was like, why in the hell would they do that? But I thought they probably did it because Harry Potter is such a sensation, and it's a large Christian majority that if a tarot deck were to come, probably freak out.
Oh, yeah.
Be like, oh, God.
Right. They'd all drop to their knees thinking that they're all going to hell, even though it has nothing to do with it whatsoever.
And the reverse of that too is that, well, it wasn't created by them, so they're not going to stand to make money out of it.
Right.
And
yeah, absolutely.
Well, but I guarantee you, if they would have approved it, they would have drawn up some sort of, okay, you can publish it, but we get X number of percentage.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Last call. If you want cards pulled for you. Yes, you can get it online, but you have to message her through DeviantArt and say, witches, and I saw your Harry Potter deck and I love it and I want to buy it. It's in the United States, it's $62 to purchase. Overseas, it's $67, but that includes shipping and everything. And she sends you a lovely little bag that it comes in, and then she signs every deck that she prints, which is really cool, and dates it for you. So, well, I don't see any questions.
I don't either.
I don't either. I've just typed in a little question there. And how about we go with what deck are you going to be working with for the next rotation? Are you going to be working with any decks in particular?
What do you mean next
well,
rotation?
next lunar cycle, next rotation of the Wheel of Eight. Do you rotate your decks?
No. Like I don't rotate them by moon cycles or sabbats or anything like that. I just kind of go with to me at the moment. This one I've worked with somewhat, but actually I got an Oracle deck recently that I connected with immediately, and I've been reading it a lot. It's called Wisdom of the Ancients. Do you have that one?
No. Oh, actually, no. I don't know.
It's 44 cards. You do have it?
I don't know. I've got a lot of cards. I don't remember them all.
Oh. Well, it's 44 cards, and each of the cards is a divination method. So, like, there's palmistry and psychometry and Ouija board, and so it's just like everything divination.
No, I don't have that one. I was confusing it with the Resonance Oracle.
Holy shit, I have a deck you don't have? Oh my god.
I know. Just wait, give me time.
All right, what about you?
You mean this one?
Oh, I love this one.
Is this the one that we're talking about? Is this?
Is that what you're going to be working with?
I'm going to cycle away from this deck, and I'm going to go to this deck to work with. Yeah, this is.
You know what? Stop that, because I'm really curious to see more about your John D. Oracle. How is that?
Oh my gosh, it is. Oh my gosh, it's coming. Oh God, it's just the most amazing. Like, if there was any deck that I have grown from, it is so that one. It has been so, and it's just, it so lines up with how I read for people, because every card has, you know, a possibility of questions they can ask you, and they're all very like, what are you doing right now? Why are you fucking up kind of questions? And they're just so straightforward. And so, God, I love the system. It's so good. You got me talking about this. I could talk about it forever.
I'm excited. See? This
So
is why we ask these questions, because it's good stuff. And I didn't even know that there was a John D. Oracle out there. So when I saw yours, I kind of felt like I feel competitive at the drop of a hat, and I'm like, how dare you? How am I have this deck?
I didn't even know. Like, I'm such a huge like, I study John D on the regular, and like, I was walking by in a bookshop. It wasn't even in a metaphysical shop. I was walking by a bookstore, and like, in the glass case they have all of these pretty books, and then down at the very bottom they have this deck. And I was just walking by, and I saw this deck, and then it was like one of those things where I kept walking, and I stopped. I was like, what the fuck? And I backtracked, and I saw it, and I was like, oh my God, like, I literally, there was a guy walking by, and I grabbed it, and I was like, you have to open this case. Like, that, I don't care how much it is, that one's mine. And there was 2 in there, so it ended up being like this giant giveaway thing that, like, it was just, God, and it's so good. Like, I just knew that I had to have that deck, and it's God, it's been amazing. Such a growing thing.
See? Oh, I love a good story. I found an awesome tarot deck, oracle deck, Lenormand deck story.
Everybody needs it. Like, literally everybody could grow from it, because it does ask you the questions that you're afraid to ask yourself. Like, what are you doing in life right now? Like, seriously, delve in and look at your insides and pull them out and analyze them, and then clean them off, and then put them back inside of you and change what you're doing. It's just so good. And for the price, it's so good.
I'm going to have to suss it out. I think I'll be making a quick trip to Book Depository after this hangout.
You have to.
My go-to thing. Well, I don't know if I'm going to be working with them, but I've got 2 decks here on my desk that have been here since the start of the rotation, and they're still wrapped up. And these are the Azuka Bones Tarot and Oracle. So I'm really, really curious to unbox it, and I would like to do that soonish rather than later, and that way I can start working with it a little bit more. effectively, because I've heard good things. I've seen a few people's unboxings. I never watch full unboxings because I don't want to know about the deck themselves. I just want to have that experience for myself. But I have had sneaky peeks here and there, and I'm really excited to have a look at those a little bit closely, because they feel like they're going to be my bag, baby, with some bones in it and dead things. Whee! So let's see how we go. But I have been having an extraordinarily good time with the Bohemian Gothic. This deck has been helpful, truthful, and understanding above all else. It's been getting me through this little difficulty that I've had of late. And it's, you know what? That deck is vindictive. And that's my kind of deck. A deck that's got a little sass, you know, like some serious sass, not like some, oh, meditate and it'll be all right. It's like, nah, do some stuff about this.
That's
right at this very moment in time.
Yes.
Let's go.
Yep.
So, feel like it's been a really good time. It's always going to be a kindred of mine now. It's going to be up there.
We have a question.
We do.
We have to do it.
The question is, what's the next deck you're dying to get?
I know mine.
You know yours? Well, go ahead.
So I'm a huge fan of the Nice Sun Tarot, and the artist was Fabio Lestrani, who I'm a huge fan of, and he is coming out with a Santa Muerte deck actually like 4 days after my birthday. And so I'm super excited to get that. I have already pre-ordered it and just waiting until October so I can get it. If you haven't looked at it, oh my God, it's the most just amazing. It's just, God, it's amazing. Beautiful. Love his art.
I know it. I've seen it. Yes, I know the one you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's a good one. That's a good one.
So good.
I think my deck would be the one, oh my gosh, I always have such a big list. I have such a big I want list. I'm very materialistic when it comes to tarot, but I am a collector, of course, so it's not frivolous. And I look at things very carefully before I purchase them. That's an out and out lie. I don't. I just want it all. Now,
I love that you couldn't even carry out that thought. You're like, yeah, no. No.
Like, let's not go there. Let's not pretend. My Bohemian Gothic's like, really? Like, I'm sorry. So the deck that I'm really, really excited about that I saw months and months ago now was on Kickstarter is the Brady Tarot. And it is a creation by a woman who has done like traditional, like, I want to say kind of lino prints. She's actually carved out the lino, then done the stamp, and then inked it up and made it look absolutely beautiful. And I just thought, wow, the craftsmanship that she has put into this deck is incredible, and I want it. Google it if you haven't seen it. Google it. It's a thing. Did you Google it?
No. Calm down.
I wrote it down so I can't Google it.
Okay. So I have two. And so the Bonefire, is that the one that I've been asking you about all the time?
Yes.
So I really want that one because I'm a huge tattoo freak and I love tattoo art.
Me too. It's so amazing.
Yeah. And especially like this past semester at school, I took an anthropology class, and the professor who taught it, that's like his thing in the anthropology world. Like, he is the world's foremost expert on ancient tattooing. So that was really cool. But anyways, and then the other one is Avalon's deck that's coming out. I don't know when, but I'm going to need you to get on that, and I'm going to need you to sign a copy so that I can buy it.
That old thing.
Yes, that old
I'm really
thing.
excited.
And second of all, why didn't you tell me
really
there's like a group for this shit? I was like, there's a group? And I was like, oh, hell no.
I'm really not that person. I'm not the person that's going to add you to shit without your consent. I'm also not going to bombard you with heaps of stuff.
But like, I get added to all the shitty groups that I don't want to be added to. And then the groups that I want to be added to. Just everybody forgets about
We're the
me.
good people.
But like, I get added to like, oh God, I'm trying to think of like these groups, man. Some of them I'm just like, oh my God, like there's a group.
How did I appear here? How did I end up here? Something that Chase, you do not have to worry about because, you know, you get saved from this thanks to your racist last name.
Right?
Yeah.
God, rude. They don't want racists on their Facebook. Damn racist.
But I don't even understand how they do that though, because I mean, there are plenty of people on there whose names are like Starfire Witch this, and I mean, no, what?
Right.
Like, that doesn't make any sense to me.
Like it was the longest, most ridiculous email I've ever got in my life, and I almost copied and pasted it, and I was like, no, because I don't want to turn it into like a big deal. So it was just dumb, so dumb.
That's weird. It's just flat out dumb.
Flat out.
Oh wait.
And yes, the bonfire. I like. You know, I love the bonfire. I love the bonfire so much. And Gabby has made her Weird of Sarah Howard, and I love that oracle deck as well. So she's got a little oracle and she's got a little tarot now. And the fact that her tarot deck got picked up, I'm just relishing the fact that I have the, you know, original, the independently produced one, because I hear that the card stock has been compromised ever so slightly, which is neither here nor there, but you know, it is one of my very favorite decks because it's got such great card stock in it. And I use it all the time. I find myself oddly reaching for it. It's one of my great all-rounders and would be easily, without me having to think too hard, in my top 10 all-time favorite decks. Boom. If you ever wanted to know.
For you, that is saying, because you've got like, I don't know, 1,000 or more.
A bit more. Yeah, it's a thing. It's a thing. Right. Are we done? Are we good?
We're done. Nobody's asking any questions, so.
Yay!
We're done. We need Taraholics Anonymous.
That's a Facebook group, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
It exists.
I wouldn't know.
Poor Chase, but not. You're not missing anything.
Yeah, I don't really feel like I am.
No,
right,
except for the group for my awesome child. Anything you're really missing out on. That's it. All right, beautiful souls. Well, thanks so much for hanging out with us. We are going to work on this. We're going to just tweak it if we need to, this little community tarot tag that we have created today. It took us a while. There was a lot of laughing. I've come right down now. I'm grounded. I'm good. As long as, you know, we keep it nice and even, I shan't go up there any longer. And it was good times. It was good times. And Chase, you're an absolute delight.
Thanks
so
for having
much
me.
for hanging out with us.
Loved it.
We loved having you. You've been a lot of fun.
Appreciate that. I would love to do it again. Abso-freaking-lutely.
Yes. 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 That's a solid yes. That's a solid yes from me. Woohoo!
Woohoo!
I'm just gruntled, so I'm going to withhold judgment. Just kidding. You're welcome back anytime.
Appreciate it.
And in fact, I think you should host with us, because that would be fun.
I'm in.
Yes, are you serious? Because we discussed this prior.
We did. I'm in. I'm so in.
We just wanted to suss it out, you know, and I think it's been like.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. You didn't tell me that.
No, I'm talking to you.
And here I thought I had the surprise this episode. All right. I got you.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
But wait, let me tell you this story. Okay, and y'all are going to get a little behind the scenes, because this is how we get behind the scenes. So she messaged me, like, I was like, he's great. I think he should host with us, blah, blah, blah. And so she's like, yeah, let's put him on the spot. And I'm like, you mean live? And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, okay, I'm down. And then, so I thought we were putting
I think that was
spot,
you, dude. I think that was you that right.
Oh, no, that was you. We need to go back to the messages.
I love it. It's happened. It was all beautiful.
Yeah.
It was good.
Synergy.
I sense good times in our futures.
Yeah, my cards tell me the same thing.
My cards tell me that. Oh, I saw a t-shirt the other day and I was like, I need that because it says, it's a tank top and it says, I'm sorry, my tarot card said
no. Oh, so good. Yes. So good.
Oh my gosh. I love it and I must have it. I must have it in my life. I need to start printing my own t-shirts.
Oh yeah, I printed one that says I read cards and I know things, and it has the star card on it.
Nice.
Which is awesome to wear. Yes, trust.
I'm sure it goes over so well.
Well, I live in a town full of hippies, so that would just go down a treat. So we just love it. We'd love it up here. Like nobody cares. So I should move here, by the way, just saying. Let's move here.
All right, well, we're gonna end the live part of this, and we'll talk a little bit more behind the scenes. But thanks, guys, so much for watching, and we will see you in 2 weeks on a Monday night.
Woo!